Hello team, how are you doing? Gavin here from the Growing Younger team, and today's Mindset Monday is about what I see and what I experience every single day for every single new client or consultation that I do at the gym. And you got to understand that everybody that comes into this gym is over the age of 40 years old. Our average age demographic is about 50 years old, okay? And with that brings lots of challenges for A, the trainer, and B, the person that's coming in as well, because generally they're very, very detrained. It means that they've never been to a gym, never really had any formal gym membership. They now have things like arthritis coming on, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. They're very, very overweight, and they're really, really struggling for day-to-day activities, okay? And when I speak to people about well, what is it you want to achieve moving forward into, with our program? And there's three things that pretty much everyone always says. Number one is the biggest one is weight loss, okay? Number two is get stronger. And number three is fitness, okay? Now, they're very, very generic kind of goals to have, okay? So what we try and do, we try and break those goals down into a little bit more. So like, how much weight do you want to lose? And on average, it's about 20 kilos. 20 kilos of weight that people want to lose coming into the gym. What does strength look like to you is another question asked, because strength is relative. For me, strength could be put an extra 20 kilos onto my deadlift, or being able to bench press a couple of extra plates on the bar. So, but for you, it's different. For our clients, it's different. Strength means being able to walk upstairs. It means being able to carry your groceries around or pick up your children. That's what strength means to them. But then it's like, well, how do you quantify that? How do you know when you will get to your goal, all right? And they're very difficult questions to kind of answer properly, because people just don't know. And until you get asked the question, it's hard to think about it. So I'd pose those questions to you. How much weight do you want to lose? And what does being stronger look like for you? Then the third one is fitness. What does fitness look like for you? And people will just say, oh, I just want to be fitter. Well, but because they don't understand what fitness will mean. So when I say, well, what impact would being fitter have on your life right now? And they'll say things like, well, maybe I'll be able to walk up the stairs or go for a walk with a family and not get puffed out. And that's awesome. And that's how you dig down into the goals that you want. You figure out what it is generally you want, then ask, what does that look like, all right? So then you move through, and it's like, well, for you to be able to achieve these things, you need to weight train, you need resistance training. And weight training doesn't need to be a scary topic. It means you need to put some resistance against your muscles so that they can adapt to get stronger. That's all it means. And you can do that with bands or dumbbells or body weight. It doesn't matter, okay? Then fitness will be, well, we need to try and be able to get 150 minutes of cardio done per week. And people just go, oh my God, 150 minutes per week. And it's just such a big sort of thing to even think of, because you're so frustrated. You've come to a gym or come to a program, and you want to be told something, but you're getting told something different. And sometimes they disconnect. So our job as coaches is to be able to break these down into bite-sized chunks that you can achieve. Because when I say, you got 20 kilos to lose, on average, it'll take about half a kilo per week, which is safe. It will take you about 40 weeks. It's a long time. And for somebody that's struggling and really, fed up with the way things are, 40 weeks can seem like a lifetime ago or a lifetime away, but it actually isn't, okay? And I'm going to take you into that in a second of how to break this down. Now I'll say strength training. Well, I'll say, how much strength training do you do right now? They go, none. Right, well, you need to build up to 3 times per week strength training. And they go, oh my God, I can't do that because it's so overwhelming. And I go, fitness. Well, being able to, fitness is 150 minutes of cardio per week. Oh my God, I can't do that. So I'm going to show you something in Mindset Monday that's going to help you break this stuff down and make this easier to digest, because so many people come to us struggling with these 3 things. And we need to break down ways to it. And this is what I do with my clients. This is exactly how I break it down, okay? So bear with me for my my line, okay? So you got to think time will pass, okay? This is time, okay? This is where you are now. Sorry about my crude lines and drawings. And this is your goal, okay? I'm gonna give you 3 examples of this, okay? So for weight loss, okay, predominantly weight loss, you need to get your mind into the process that you need to do this sustainably. That's the first thing. If you want to try and do a fad diet and want this thing done as fast as possibly can, only to put that back on down the track, you probably want to switch the video off, because that's not what we're talking about here. For me, I've lost 20 kilos. I've kept that off for 12 years, and this is how I've done it, okay? So weight loss. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, whether it be through fitness and nutrition, okay? So I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to divide this thing, these up into 2 things, okay? Number one is the first one. Number two, strength and fitness, is cardio and weights, and they'll play a part in a sec. But in total, you need to be in a calorie deficit of 500 calories, or just over 500 calories per day, to lose 1 kilogram a week. Okay, because it takes 7,700 calories in 1 kilogram of body fat. Okay, so for you to be able to do that, you need to be in a calorie deficit for about 500 calories a day, right? But it's not all through food, okay? So what you need to do in order to lose weight, to be the primary objective, that you need to take out every single day 250 calories per day from food, okay? It's very, very easy to do. If you're 20 kilos overweight, okay, I've done a video on this before, but on average, this is an average, it's going to be about, you're eating about 2,500 calories per day for a lady that's about 100 kilograms, 110 kilograms, who's about 5'5". They're eating about 2,500 calories per day. So you've got to know what this is, okay? So to be able to do that, you've got to be able to track your calories. You need to understand how many calories you currently eat for you to be able to decrease them by 250. So it comes down to keeping a food diary, okay? For 7 days. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the only thing you really need to worry about is keeping a food diary of all your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, for 7 days. Now, when I say that to people, that becomes the biggest job in the world. And it is a difficult thing to be doing. But if you can go, well, I can't do 7 meals a day. I can't track 5 meals a day because I need to eat my family, I'm in a rush to do it. That's cool. What can you do? Could you do one? Could you track and weigh your food for 1 meal per day? Breaking it down. Probably the answer is yes. What comes next is, do you want to do it? Because I see so many people that don't want to do it. Okay, that's different. That's a difference altogether. But let's just say you are willing to do it. 1 meal per day. What that is going to do is going to give you so much information for you to be able to understand what is going on for the rest of the day, rest of the meals. Okay, because I have conversations with people that they have no idea how many calories are in their food. And if you don't know how many calories are in your food, you're never going to be successful at this component. You can follow diets, you can follow all the other stuff, but unless you truly understand why the diet is working, you will never be successful, okay? Take it from somebody who's done this, okay? I've had 20 kilos I've lost and kept off for 12 years, and I've helped other people do the same thing. So if you can break this weight loss goal down into, I'm going to track 1 meal a day for 7 days, and it's going to be whatever meal you decided to be. With that, over 7 days, you're going to get so much knowledge about how many calories are in your food. That will translate into different meals and different times of the day. And you're going to be able to make a much better educated decision on your weight loss, okay? So then so you get to 7 days and you go, do you know what? I can track 1 meal a day. Week number 2, I'm going to track 2 meals a day. And then 2 meals a day. And then you do 2 meals a day. And if you're smart, what you'll do is, whatever you eat for dinner, you have for lunch the next day, and then you just copy and paste it across, okay? It's the top 10. And then after maybe 2 weeks of that, you go, yep, I can track 2 meals a day. I'm going to track 3 meals a day now. And then you build it up, okay? So this weight loss goal now doesn't become your 20 kilos. It doesn't really become your 250 calories per day. It becomes about doing an action on a daily basis, which will get you to your end goal, okay? Because ultimately, you need to do things consistently over time to be able to get to your goal, right? So you build this up. So when you have no clue about nutrition or anything else, you've got to start somewhere. And this is the start you do it. It's going to take a little bit longer for sure, but let's face it, this timeline is going to happen anyway, whether or not you do anything or not. So you may as well put the smallest thing into action. And when you put the smallest thing into action, it can actually seem pointless. And I get that, it does seem pointless. But as Alex always says, small hinges swing big doors, okay? So the small actions will compound over time to give you a brilliant result, okay? So then you're going to do that, okay? So you break it down into the one thing that you can do on a daily basis. So then what we're going to do, we're going to look at strength training. So on the same timeline, okay, you go, well, how much strength training do you do right now, okay? And it could be none. Okay, well, ideally, the studies say that we need to do 3 strength training sessions a week. Can you do that? No, I can't. Could you do 1? Could you spend 45 minutes a week in the gym? And you go, yep, I can do 1. Right. So now what you've done is you've moved the needle on getting stronger by just doing more than you have. So if you're here doing nothing, now you're doing 1. Brilliant. And what that's going to do is it's going to get you a feel for the exercises, it's going to give you the confidence that you need, and you'll actually start to enjoy it. Then maybe after 2 or 3 weeks you go, yep, I can do 2 now. And then you do 2, okay? Then over time, however long it's going to take you to get into this thing, you'll be hitting your 3 strength training sessions per week. And when you log it like we do with our app and a part of our Growing Younger program, we can see this strength curve go up, because it's very difficult, as I said, to measure strength unless you got an idea. And if you want to be more active, lift the groceries and stuff, yes, those things will become easier. But what we do is then we will see how many kilograms you lifted doing squats. And then we'll see that number go up over time. So therefore, we can tick off the strength box and go, you are getting stronger because you're lifting more weight than you did when you started, okay? And it all starts with just doing one extra thing than you're doing now, okay? So then you go, bang, I'm doing strength training once a week. Then you go fitness. And again, on this timeline, you got 150 minutes of cardio per week for heart health and getting you more active. And you say, how many walks, how much cardio do you do at the moment? And you go, I don't know, I do like 2 time walks per week, okay? And they're about half an hour each. So you do 1 hour. So you're doing 60 minutes of cardio per week. So this is your start point, okay? And you need to get 150, okay? So then you got to figure out this 90 extra minutes per week. And you go, okay, well, all I'm going to do then, I'm going to do one extra walk. 1 extra 30-minute walk. So that's 30 extra minutes of cardio than you were doing before to move the needle. So now you got 90 minutes of cardio as opposed to 60. And by doing this extra, I'll talk about the calories in a second, by doing this extra 90 minutes of cardio, this extra 30 minutes, you might burn off an extra 100 calories through that activity, okay? So you're already getting into this 500 calorie deficit by doing really, really small things. And if you do your strength training as well, you might burn off 150. So there you are, you're 250 calories down straight away just by doing an extra walk and by doing an extra weight training session. And when you're tracking your meals as well, you're making better decisions because you're understanding how many calories in your food. So to sum all that up, again, it sounds confusing. All you need to do for your weight loss is maybe track 1 meal a day. 1 meal. Then you got to do an extra bit of cardio. Somewhere along this continuum. From wherever you are right now, do a little bit extra. Then the same for strength training, do 1 extra. That becomes your strategy. That is it. That is your mindset. So when you say, like, I've got all this massive 20 kilogram goals to go to and I need to get stronger and fitter, you just break it up. You break it down into something smaller you can manage. And it'll take you a little bit longer, but you got to understand that for us and what we do at Growing Younger, we're taking you guys who are really unfamiliar in a gym environment. You've done lots of crazy fad diets in the past and failed miserably. Some of you have even had gastric bypass surgeries because you can't do this. And it's because no one has ever pointed this out to you. You tried to go from 0 to hero, too hard, fail, hate it, give it up. Whereas actually, if you just break this down a little bit by bit, it becomes way more digestible. So for me, I lost my 20 kilos, I've kept that off for 12 years. I kind of started like this. I just like, with my nutrition, I was like, I don't know what to do. I learned to cook. I learned to cook a healthy meal. I learned to cook protein bars. I learned to cook low calorie, highly dense, nutritious food to keep me full. I learned to do extra cardio because I couldn't run because my knees are sore. So I started walking. I learned to do strength training and how to do it properly and progress. It takes time, and it always takes time, always takes learning. So that's really my little video Mindset Monday, okay? First of all, the main thing, the main takeout is do a little bit more than you did now or you did yesterday and move the needle. Have a plan, work out what it is. What does weight loss look like for you? What does strength look like for you? What does fitness look like for you? And then just start moving the needle on one thing. And you might find that you can't do these things at once. So you go, okay, well, what is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck? Generally, it's your food, okay? If you do nothing else and just look at your food, the nutrition side of things is the biggest bang for your buck, all right? And then you can add this stuff in as you get more confident. But there's loads of ways to do it. This is just an example. Your circumstances are different to mine. So that's it, my Mindset Monday. If you like the video, please leave a comment. I know lots of people do like the video. They tell me they like the video, so leave a comment. It'd be good. Have some discussion around it. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I'm saying here. And ultimately, just do something. Mindset Monday. Just do something. Have a good day, guys. See you later. Bye.